Hey there, and welcome to Strength and Sisterhood, the podcast where faith, friendship, and fierce encouragement come together.
We're here to share stories that will inspire and lift each other up while we grow in faith together.
No matter where you are, we're here to remind you that you are never alone. With God and a little sisterhood, we're stronger together.
So grab a cup of coffee and get ready to be encouraged and empowered.
Hello, and welcome to Strength and Sisterhood. I'm Amy.
And I'm Summer.
And we're really glad that you're here today. How are you doing today, Summer?
I'm doing really good. It's podcast day.
It is podcast day.
Yep.
But we're doing it on a different day. We're doing it on Friday.
Yeah.
Not on a Saturday. So, no Saturday.
No. You have
Here
to
in
find
Indy
one
Park.
for Friday.
But it is sunny outside.
Honey, it's sunny.
Honey, it's sunny. There's a couple reasons I'm excited today.
Me too. I am.
There's a couple reasons why I'm excited. Number one, do you know the number one reason why I'm excited?
I know, but other people don't know.
Should we tell them?
Tell them.
We're doing a giveaway. We're going to do an end of the year giveaway.
Exciting.
November is coming. And for me, November is the month of gratitude. And one of the things that I'm very thankful for is anybody who listens to our podcast. Like, to me, it's kind of mind-boggling that somebody would take the time, that many people.
Yes.
Like, we check our stats from time to time. There's a fair amount of people. You told me today that there's 24 countries.
Yes. We have one less listener in India,
Nigeria,
than in Texas. we have Australia, Nigeria, India.
Yeah. The
Canada, the UK.
Shout out to our international listeners.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It is awesome.
So the fact that there are people even around the globe that would listen to our conversation, like, to me, that's mind-boggling.
Mm-hmm.
And we want to express our gratitude.
Yes.
For anybody who has taken the time to listen. So we were talking about November, expressing gratitude. And we thought, well, let's do a giveaway. So we're going to do a giveaway. There's going to be 3 prizes that can be won. And here's how you can get entered into that giveaway. We are doing a Thanksgiving episode. And it'll be coming out right before Thanksgiving. And so we are asking our listeners to participate and interact with us in that Thanksgiving episode. One of my favorite church services that we have at church throughout the year. We have a lot. There's Easter, there's Christmas, there's candlelight services. There's a lot of services that we have. And I love, even sometimes just the random midweek service, the random Sunday night service. They're great. But I think one of them that I look forward to the most is we do a Thanksgiving service.
Yeah.
The week of Thanksgiving. And all it is we get together, we sing some songs, we praise and worship a little bit, and then we go around and share some of the things that we're thankful for. And it makes me think of 1 Chronicles 16:8, where it says, give thanks unto the Lord.
Call upon his name.
Call upon his name. Make known his deeds among the people.
Yep.
And so if the Lord's done something for you this year, make known his deeds among the people. And so we're asking our listeners to submit something that they're thankful for, like a testimony of gratitude.
Right.
This year. And so you can either email us at
strengthandsisterhoodpod@gmail.com,
or you can leave us a comment on Spotify, YouTube, Substack, send us a direct message on Instagram. I think that covers all of our bases. So. But you have from the date that this episode airs, which I think is going to be October 15th.
Correct.
Till November 13th. So anything that we receive from that time frame, send us in what you're thankful for, and we will read it on our Thanksgiving episode.
Yes.
Now, we're not just going to read other people's. You and I are working on our own.
Yep.
Right? Of things that we are thankful for. And there's so many verses in the Bible. Like, even I was going through our memory verse app, and there's a lot of verses on there. You know, enter into his gates with thanksgiving and into his courts with praise. It is a good thing to give thanks unto the Lord. Like, it's all throughout Scripture.
It is.
Gratitude. And so we want to share that and express that with our listeners. And so if you send in something that you're thankful for, or it doesn't have to be long, it doesn't have to be detailed. It can be as long as and as detailed as you want it to be. Any of those submissions that we get will enter into a giveaway.
Yep.
For the end of the year.
That's amazing. I'm
and
excited.
We'll pick 3 winners. And if you don't want it read on the podcast, like we're only going to put first names. If you want it to be completely anonymous, please put in there. Don't even say my first name. We want to protect people's privacy, obviously.
Yeah.
But it'll be like Susie from Iowa is thankful for health this year. The Lord took her through these different health ailments or whatever it might be.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to that.
Yes, me too.
I'm really looking forward to our Thanksgiving episode. So besides that, though, there's another thing that I'm very excited about for today.
Yes.
Are you excited?
I'm so excited.
I'm excited because it is our second guest episode.
Yes.
We have a guest here.
We do.
We are not alone in the podcast studio
We're
today.
not. It's so fun.
Our guest has been patient because we planned on having her on like back in July.
Yeah.
But we had audio issues that we had to figure out. And so she's been very patient. And I have been looking forward to this for quite some time.
Me too.
I have probably mentioned her or her family in nearly every episode of the podcast. So if you have heard me mention my friend that I get to teach Sunday school with, or the friend that brought me flowers in a mason jar from her garden.
Yeah.
She's the one. She's here.
She's here.
The one, the only, our friend Kate.
Hi, guys. I'm so excited to be here.
We're
It's
so
kind of
happy.
weird to be here and actually seeing your faces because during the podcast, I feel like I'm right there with you. So to actually be here is super exciting.
Aww.
Yeah. And you get to join us in our little pillow fort.
I have to say, I absolutely love this pillow fort. It's very cozy. Blankets included.
Yeah. I didn't, I thought about it the other day. I was like, when you're a kid, you make forts out of pillows and blankets. And you just do that as a kid. When do you ever find yourself doing that as an adult? Start a podcast.
Yes.
You'll do that as an adult.
True story.
So I'm very excited. Kate, I've known you we've known each other for over 20 years.
Wow.
I think I don't remember.
That means we're getting old, Amy.
I know. I think I started coming to church when I was about 13 because my brother was 15.
Sure.
And so I was about 13.
Wow.
So she's known me for a long, long time and still claims me as a friend,
Yes,
which I'm thankful for. But the Lord's done a lot through your life. He's taking you through a lot, and particularly health kind of related. And so I just know that there's a lot of wisdom, and I just always enjoy the conversations I have with Kate. So I was just like, if we're going to have a guest of Liz.
What?
I love your guests of lists.
A list of guests.
It's okay.
There, that one's for you, Summer. You'll enjoy that one. Summer's always talked about wanting to do a blooper reel at the end of the year. I was like, I don't think it's going to be that entertaining from an audio perspective.
Oh my gosh. Please do.
See,
That
would be amazing.
Oh man. Yeah, definitely.
She will enjoy it.
Yes. I think your listeners, everyone would enjoy it.
Yeah.
Well, with that, let's get into our what I like about you. Let's talk about Kate.
All right.
Okay. Okay, Summer. So what is what I like about you, Miss Kate?
So when I was considering what I like about you, Kate, I think of the Bible verse. Well, there's a bunch of them that talks about happy are ye. And I just always see you happy. And I know because of prayer requests and some of the health stuff that you've been through, that you have been through a lot, but you always look happy. And so there's a couple of other verses that I thought of too. James 5:11, the beginning of the verse says, behold, we count them happy which endure. And you've endured a lot and you're just happy. I don't think anybody who looks at you would know the things that you have gone through. You don't wear them. And so Another verse, Proverbs 15:13 says that a merry heart maketh a cheerful countenance. And so you must have a merry heart. And I know where that comes from. It comes from the Lord. But it was just so evident when I thought about, what can I say that I like about Kate? Happy as she.
Oh, Summer, that's so sweet. Thank you.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah. What I like, I would wholeheartedly agree with that. There was a lot of things that came to mind.
Amy, you
Kate.
and I have been through a lot, so this could be dangerous.
Yeah. We have a lot of stories to tell from Sunday school. I mean, I love teaching Sunday school with Kate.
Yeah.
It's just fun. The age group that we teach, it takes a special personality, I think, to teach 4 and 5 year olds. And the thing I like about it is you can be goofy.
Yes.
I mean, this is the woman, I think I've mentioned it on our podcast. She's fluent in whale.
Yes, I've heard of this.
Yes, I am.
And so I just remember there's so many different things. I'm very thankful for a long enduring friendship that you can have with people. Like you're an example of an enduring friend. And so that kind of leads me to my item, what I have. When I thought about, like I said, I was listening to the podcast this week and I thought, Amy, can you just start a sentence and finish it? I always back up. Anyways, when I was thinking about this week, the list is long of things that I like about you, Kate. But the thing that came to mind the fastest, I think, and that just kept coming was you're a faithful friend. And not just faithful in the fact of loyal and dependable and reliable, which you are. I remember there have been times when I was in the hospital and you and your kids came, not just once.
I remember that.
But you guys came 2 or 3 times in that week.
Yeah.
I mean, I had family out of town and I had family here, but I remember you and the kids came up and visited me. And your family is every person in your family, in your immediate family has told me, oh, you're like family Miss Amy.
You are.
And cannot fully express how much that means to me. But not only are you a faithful friend in that regard of we've been able to have an enduring friendship, which I'm thankful for, but you're a friend full of faith. And even we were having a conversation a couple days ago. And what I mean by that is you're the type of friend that when something comes along, you're like, God's got this.
Yeah.
And you said that in our conversation that we had a couple weeks ago or a couple days ago. You're like, yeah, you were telling one of your kids who's going through something, it's okay. God worked this out. He's got the other part, and you have that, you're that friend of, hey, God's got this. And that just brings a lot of calmness and peace sometimes to situations. So
thanks, Ames.
Thankful for that. Yeah.
Makes me feel like, gosh, I'm not really worthy of this.
Sometimes it's interesting. One of the reasons why we wanted to do that type of segment is because you don't always, sometimes we don't say the things that we think about people.
Yeah.
Right.
Like those true, deep, honest, heartfelt things. Sometimes until it's too late.
Right. Yeah. I've thought about that.
Sometimes I've gone to funerals before and people will speak from the heart and it's just like, I really hope they took the time while that person was alive to express those to them. And so that's why when we thought about having guest episodes, I was like, we should do this because how often do we sit? I mean, I see you all the time.
Right.
But I don't always express those things.
Right.
And sometimes there's something about sitting across the table from somebody and hearing their voice say those words.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate that. That's
purposing to share it.
So, well, with that, let's get into our conversation.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, Katie. So tell us a little bit about your background, a little bit maybe about your, not necessarily, you don't have to go back into childhood necessarily, but just a little bit of background about you and maybe how you got saved and things like that.
Okay. Well, I did get to grow up in a Christian home as a second generation Christian. And granted, not a perfect family by any means, but it was a good home. And I got to grow up on a farm. And if you know anything about me, if I could have a farm right now, I would definitely have a farm. I love everything outdoors. If you give me a garden, I am a happy person.
Yes.
She's the Hulk thumb, by the way, that we've talked about before.
No, not quite.
Got a greener thumb than the Hulk.
That was so funny, you guys. So I did get to grow up there. I got saved when I was 5, just about 6, at a Good News Club.
Oh.
And I remember vividly sitting there and having that weight lifted when I asked the Lord to save me. And I remember actually going home and dragging my little brother, who was like 4 at the time, onto the kitchen table and told him, you have to get saved or you're going to hell. And just, oh man, I was so excited to get saved.
Yeah.
Knowing your kids now, I can see where some of them, like little evangelists, like, I got saved, now you got to get saved, brother.
Oh man.
And see where they get it.
Yeah, so I got to grow up, like I said, on a farm. We started coming to church up here, I think I was 12.
Okay.
And we had been home churching at that point. And we came up to visit. Actually, it was a guy that was instrumental in getting, leading my dad to the Lord.
Oh.
And so we came to see him, and my dad fell in love with the church.
Cool.
And so we started driving, gosh, I think it was 1.5 hours, 2 hours every Sunday.
Wow.
We had a dairy farm at the time, so we'd milk cows and come to church and then stay all day and go home after evening service and milk cows again and do it again next week.
That's dedication. I mean,
Yes.
Wow.
But we found a home with
Yeah.
the church up here. And that's actually where I met my husband. Was really
That's
good
cool.
friends with his sister. And then through time, we hit it off. We've been married now for, gosh, you guys, almost 25 years.
Wow.
So
That's amazing.
I married
amazing.
the best guy in the world.
Yeah.
Like when I tell my daughter all the time, the right one's worth waiting for.
Yeah.
And he's just the best.
Yeah.
I have 3 kids, 2 grown adult kids already, which makes me feel incredibly old. And then I still have a 12-year-old at home, and I do homeschool.
Yeah.
So my life is busy.
Yeah.
Yeah. You set a good example of, you started young with your kids, with your family.
Yeah, I did.
So,
I think I was just shy of 21 when I
Yeah.
had my first.
so you're not that old.
I know,
Yeah.
but it feels like I'm. And partly too, we were talking about health stuff, and it feels like I've lived an entire lifetime already.
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah. You have gone through, you and I were just talking, even the other day about some of the health issues, and you shared with us a list of all the health things that you've gone through. Some of them I remember, some of them I don't.
Right.
But yeah, so that kind of leads me to like when we've thought about having different guests on, like and you were even asking, like, what do you guys want me to speak to?
Right.
I think a lot of the things is it's not common for most people under the age of 40 to have gone through a brain surgery. And, you were basically down and out for the count for a year, like you couldn't drive.
Yeah.
And there's just a lot of things. The Lord's taking you through a lot of things. And you and I have had conversations about the Lord sometimes allows us to endure things so that we can then be an example or minister unto other people.
Right.
Yeah.
And I have definitely experienced that. And it's amazing. It's actually been with the older generation. I dealt with vertigo severely, and I still deal with it from time to time. But, anyone who deals with vertigo, I'm like, I know what that's like. Let me help you. And that is the hardest thing in the world for me to accept help.
Yeah.
Yes. It's hard.
It's hard. It's really hard for me. I'm going to say I'm a go-getter. I don't sit still very well.
Right.
I can see that.
Yeah. And so for me to be down and out has been extremely humbling. But then I can also say it's been very sweet.
Yeah. I wanted to mention one of the things that I thought was interesting was, thankfully you're a faithful listener to the podcast.
I am.
And one of the things that I thought was really neat was when we had our Ebenezer episode.
Yes.
That brought up, like I said, we see each other, we teach Sunday school together. And so we see each other outside of, it's weird, actually, just thinking about it. These are the 2 people that probably I talk to the most. That's outside of my family,
right,
in the same room. But you had shared with me, and that's kind of the part of why I enjoy doing the podcast, is because it brought out a conversation that you had shared with me an Ebenezer stone.
Right. And I had not shared that outside of my immediate family.
Yeah. Would you mind sharing it?
No. So this comes down, we were talking about my brain surgery.
Which was it 2?
The surgery was in 2020, but in 2019, that was a rough year for me. Mm-hmm. I mean, my nephew passed away that year.
Right at the beginning.
Right at the beginning of that year. And I'd fractured my back that fall prior. So in 2018, I fractured my back and was down and out. Just falling down the steps. And like, I don't even have a good story. Like I slipped on my socks. And it was just a typical, if you know me, I am a klutz. So
sure.
I call myself Murphy because if it's bad, I'm going to somehow manage it. And it's just, I'm talented that way. I can't help it. So the start of 2019 was my nephew dying. And then I had an ovarian cyst rupture that put me in the ER and I had to have emergency surgery. And I'd been starting to have like vertigo and I wasn't feeling good, which actually I kind of need to back up a little bit because in 2017, I had had just a freak infection where I ended up having a mastoidectomy.
Okay.
And so that's where vertigo started for me.
Okay.
And then it had been a couple years and I started having similar issues where like I didn't feel good. I had no energy and the vertigo got so bad that I was in a wheelchair. Mm-hmm. I couldn't drive. Like you mentioned.
Like in your mid-30s.
Yeah. And so having that taken away was extremely humbling and the doctor appointments and nobody could tell me what was going on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like we were traveling out of state trying to find someone. I mean, and they kept telling me like it came down to like, here, you must just be crazy essentially because we can't find anything that's really wrong with you.
Sure.
So through the process of that year, which we did find out like from my mastoidectomy, I had a bone defect in my skull and my brain was then falling through that hole and was in my ear and in that empty mastoid bone. And it had anchored itself there with, as the surgeon had said, 7 tethers. He had never seen something so alien-like.
So I wonder how long had that just been?
It had been
falling
probably since the original surgery.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
And then as it started tethering, I started having weird symptoms of like, I could hear myself blink.
Yeah, I remember you telling me. Yeah.
I could hear like everything, every function in my body, I could hear it. And it was eerie. And
how does that not drive somebody crazy?
I'm not going to say that I didn't come close sometimes. Like they weren't totally off and thinking I was a little crazy. Mm-hmm. But, so I did end up having surgery, a really big surgery where they removed, I don't know, how big of a section is this? It's past the knuckle of my thumb of my brain matter that was squished through that tiny little hole.
Wow.
See.
But that year, and this is my Ebenezer part, and I remember it was August and it was after a message and we had went up to the altar to pray. This might make me cry, guys.
That's fine.
Okay.
And I was up at the altar because I was just feeling at my wit's end.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Yeah.
I didn't know what was going on. My family was struggling because I couldn't do anything.
Right.
I mean, I had to give up a lot of times making meals because I just could not do it. I slept in a recliner for 8 months.
Yeah.
And I remember pastor coming up and just putting his arms around us and praying. And I finally had a realization through that message he had preached and through that I wasn't being punished.
Yeah.
That God saw me worthy of a trial. And
wow,
it totally changed my outlook.
Yeah.
Because I realized, okay, I was doing, I'm in my Bible, I was reading, I'm praying, I'm attending church. Like, why is God punishing me this? What did I do?
Right.
And he was like, no, he's like, I find you worthy of this trial.
Yeah.
Wow.
This is for my glory. And I swear, that's when God turned things around. I finally heard from a surgeon, ended up with 2 surgeons. That's like, we can fix this.
That's amazing.
And I was just like, why didn't I give this to the Lord sooner?
Right.
Sure. Wow. Praise the Lord.
And he worked out details. And this is where I feel like my faith really started to grow because he worked out details that only he could.
Yeah.
So whole year of not driving, I finally, being able to drive again, like, man, kid on Christmas. I was so excited to be able to drive again and like walk without someone holding me up. Like I would walk with my arm around one of my kids and hang on to them because I couldn't walk. And if I used a shopping cart, I mean, it was literally holding me up.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was my Ebenezer moment. And I remember sharing that with you that not everything we go through health-wise is, we get it in our head that it has to be something we did.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, you think about I think it's in John where, the guy asks him, I can't remember who it was talking about.
The blind man.
Who sinned? The blind man that sits there. Who sinned? Was it the parents or was it him? And Jesus tells him neither. It's so that the Son of Man can be glorified through him.
Right.
Man, that is so powerful. So that's amazing that you were able to kind of like see that it was for him, and that helped you to have the strength to continue walking, knowing that it's for God's glory.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, it really was. In I don't know, like I said, it's one of those pillars in your mind now that's like I can point to and be like, this is where my faith started to grow.
Yeah.
Love that.
Those are the things that I think of, like when we sing that song, Come Thou Fount. Yeah. Like it's neat to kind of sit in the back sometimes because since I've studied that out, that lesson of the Ebenezer stones, like you just imagine, I can look around our church and knowing some of the things that people have gone through.
Right.
And it's just like, just imagining them like lifting that stone up and being like, praising the Lord for it. Yep. Like here's my Ebenezer. Here's this moment where you changed my perspective.
It's funny how many times I hear that now. I hear an Ebenezer stone.
Sure.
And I probably have heard that multiple times and it's never meant much to me. And now I'm like, I have one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you shared that with you. That opened up a conversation with one of your kids.
It did with my
youngest. Who has his own.
He's got his own trials that he has.
Yeah.
And at a young age for him to be able to, like, that's encouraging. That was encouraging to me.
Yeah.
You guys kind of shared a little bit of that conversation, but I remember. So it impacted your family. How did you, because you're the mom.
Yeah.
Moms are the nucleus. Like moms are what keep those things going, like keeps everything running.
Yeah.
They're the engine.
I mean, there's homeschooling and cooking. I mean.
Yeah. And thankfully you had kids that were of age to drive, right?
No,
she wasn't. Your oldest wasn't.
I relied on my mother-in-law a lot and my sister-in-law.
And thankfully you have your in-law family, the family that you married into is strong.
Fantastic. They are my family. I can't, people sometimes joke about the in-laws and I'm like, oh no, I wish you could have mine.
Aww.
Yeah.
They are my mom and dad, my brothers and sisters. They are fabulous.
Yeah.
And we're a pretty close-knit family.
What a blessing.
I mean, praise the Lord. I mean, not many families can say this. We all attend the same church.
That's amazing.
And we're all involved in ministries together. I mean, we're close.
You guys enjoy, as adults, like it's an interesting thing to observe because y'all actually just enjoy spending time together.
We really do. I mean, we try to have like once a month, we have lunch or supper over at mom and dad's and we have a blast together.
Yeah.
Like it's just, it's funny. You grow up sibling wise and then you grow up and like you're friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you just get to have that friendship.
Yeah.
So.
That is so neat.
But how did you feel that impacted? Like I've seen and I've talked with your kids. And so I know sometimes from their perspective of how it was during those times, but I've seen it not only like it grew your faith, but I've seen where it's also grown your kids in different ways.
So in that, I would say with my Ebenezer moment that I kept pointing them to the Lord, like, and through their own, like teenage years are rough, man.
Yes.
They just are. And I mean, my kids are great kids.
They are.
I could not ask for better kids. But any issues that would come up, I kept going back to, I know you're going to get tired of me saying this, but you need to be in your Bible.
Yeah.
You need to be praying about this. you need to go back to the Bible. What does it say about this? Well, then you got to change your mindset. This is what it says.
Yeah.
And I keep going back to the Lord is faithful.
Yeah.
And he's just faithful.
Yes.
And so I try from my own perspective, you know, when any doubts, I'm like, I can pull from my own things. Like, so this is what I struggled with. And I'm going to tell you what helped me.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm a broken record. We're going back to this was the Lord again.
Sure.
And I could see sometimes they're like, frustration,
else,
mom, something else. But it's like, but you don't understand. He won't let you down.
That's right.
You know, we move. He doesn't.
Yes. Yep.
And
yeah, that's true.
So I guess my relationship with the Lord grew stronger and being in my Bible even more and just constantly pointing my kids back to, like, I found the strength every day. Like sometimes I felt like getting out of bed was a lot.
Yeah.
But he gave me the strength every day to get up to, you know, in that time my kids hadn't graduated yet.
Yep.
Right.
And so we, you know, did school. I did still manage to do most of the meals. Clean. I'm not going to say my house was clean. Very, very good during that period of time. But, yeah.
Yeah. And I know that that's the other thing too, is I know that you've lived, even within the last couple of years, you've lived with pain continually.
Yeah.
And yet you live through it.
Yeah.
You know, and some days, some days are probably easier than others.
Right.
Some days getting out of bed is the victory.
Yeah.
And other days getting dressed and getting outside is the victory.
Right.
You know, or keeping up with an appointment or whatever it might be. But, yeah, I know that can be, how has that impacted even with your marriage? How has some of your health issues impacted your marriage?
I think a lot of it's been tough. I mean, there's really been some tough times. More so, I guess I felt guilty.
Sure.
That I wasn't able to be the wife, the mom that I needed to be. You know, I don't feel good a lot. I mean, past few years have been really hard. So I guess that kind of goes into another health issue that finally was diagnosed and finally addressed. But living with constant pain. I have a fantastic husband, like I mentioned. He is so incredibly caring and sweet, and just whatever I need, he is my support system.
Yeah.
And it was tough.
Yeah.
But through these past couple of years, again, letting go of what I hold in my mind I need to be.
Sure.
Yeah.
Letting my husband take things when he's like, if I say I want to help, I want to help. Letting him do it.
Yeah.
And that has been a very sweet thing for me because it has brought us closer.
Yeah.
Sure.
And just allowing him to be my help.
And you not carrying that guilt.
Yeah.
And just
letting go of that
guilt
together.
Good.
It was very freeing. I'm not going to say. I am going to say not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I think as an observation from the outside, I think even I can see where it's probably even strengthened. Like, I think you guys are a great example of, I mean, when people get married, you have no idea what's standing in front of you.
Right.
You know, what the Lord has in store. And you guys have been a great example of, for better or for worse, for sickness or health.
Yeah.
You know, you're by each other's side.
Yeah.
And there are times when, like, you guys have a good partnership. I don't know if partnership necessarily is.
No, it is.
Team, like a teammate, you know, like, when somebody gets knocked down, like, then the rest of the team just steps up and bears, you know, until that person's back on their feet.
Right.
And that's kind of just how I see your family and how you guys have dealt with it. And it seems like it's even brought you guys closer. Like, your immediate family, it seems a very tight knit.
I would say we are. It's a pretty sweet, I don't know. I wouldn't trade it for the world.
Yeah.
I wouldn't choose to go through what I've been through.
Right.
And I feel, again, there was still that guilt too. Like, it wasn't just putting my husband going through things. It was my family.
Yeah.
And my kids. Like, I remember my youngest being like, Mom, you just can't do anything.
Yeah.
I know. Like, no one feels worse about that than me.
Sure.
Like, I was planning my days around my 2 to 3 hour naps every day.
Sure.
And that was tough on him. Where, I mean, But the Lord's faithful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, he has shown him things through it as well.
Yeah. And a lot of times you don't get the end result without having to go through the trial, having to go through those things. And I think I have seen and have been able to observe the characteristics that the Lord has allowed to grow in your kids because of that. They're very thoughtful and tenderhearted and
service. Like they're very servants. Your whole family is that way. So when these things happen, I'm just imagining like they just naturally did what they always do, and that's serve.
Right.
And so like they serve in the church, but I'm in the home. I just imagine that they had no problem picking up and filling in the gaps.
Yeah. I feel like I try to model that too.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And just like, life isn't fair.
Mm-hmm.
And I wish it was, and I've told my kids this probably multiple times too, life isn't fair and we weren't promised. There seems to be this, I don't know what the word I'm looking for, that if you get saved, life's going to be easy.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
We are not promised that anywhere in the scripture.
That's true.
And so,
it's not easy, but it's rewarding. So, yeah.
Yeah.
If anything, we're almost promised the opposite. I think of Job.
Yeah.
Well, and there's verses of endure hardness, as Christians and stuff like that. But I also think of, there's also those verses of the refining of silver.
Mm.
And he's the potter and we're the clay.
Right.
I remember we had a preacher come and talk about, I heard a message about the potter and the clay. And he's like, it's not comfortable being on the potter's wheel.
No.
You're spinning around, you're being molded. Like,
well, and they slap that plate on that wheel.
They do.
And then when they think it's like close, they pick the whole thing up and slap it again.
Yes. Like they start forming you. No, I don't like that. And so they crumple you up and wedge you down and slap you back on there and start molding you
that
again.
Feels like my life, man.
But what comes out of it, Lord willing, would be a vessel used for, for his honor.
Meat for the master's use.
Yep.
Mm.
I'm thankful for those. And I'm thankful for the example that you and your family are, because a lot of times those things, we don't always say them, you don't always sit down and have a conversation and explain, oh, the Lord's taking me through these things or the Lord's taking me through those things. And even, like I said, I've been, I've watched from the sidelines a lot of your stuff, but, to be able to see how the Lord works through it, it's a testimony, and he's, like you said, the Lord is faithful.
He is.
And he's really good about, he shows compassion. And that's one thing that I can see that he's brought forth in you and your family is you guys are very compassionate and sympathetic. Like your kids can be very sympathetic.
Yeah.
That's, I've heard, you never know. Like, I feel like, I haven't done anything big for the Lord, but I've always heard, it might be who you're raising that does something big. And I look at my kids and the potential that each of them has because they are, for one, I'm so thankful they each have their own personal relationship with the Lord.
Yep.
And I'm so excited to see what God does in the future with them, with what he's let them go through already.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm excited as well. I feel like an aunt to them.
But you're Aunt Amy.
But it's cool now to they're adults. 2 of them are adults now.
Yeah.
And so they're kind of more just friends.
They really are.
And I mean, I've gone out with your daughter and just spent hours. I could talk to her for hours. And I love your kids. We could talk forever about them.
Yeah.
But like Summer said, you and I have had that conversation, or I've told you before, I don't imagine you and your husband sitting your kids down and being like, okay, we're going to serve. Here's a lesson on serving. No, your kids have learned that through observation of just, this is what mom and dad do. This is what we do.
Right.
They help out with VBS and they help out with even today.
Everything.
I was talking with your son text me about Christmas program, they just, and that's encouraging. That's really encouraging.
It is.
So, did you have anything else you wanted to add or speak about?
Well, I was just going to say, I think it would be good to maybe see if you could give one piece of advice for someone that might be in a similar situation or has gone through a lot of hard medical things, or maybe a mom who has the guilt of not being able to do the things that she feels she should do. What kind of advice would you give?
Boy, be in the Word of God and be faithful in the Word of God. This last couple years, I've always been a faithful Bible reader, like get up in the morning, do my devotions. It's just been that way since I was a kid. But the past couple of years, I purposed in my heart that I would be getting through my Bible a lot more. And I was like, if I have this much downtime, so does that mean I read a lot? No, I read 3 chapters in the New Testament every day.
Sure.
Yeah.
And then I listen to my Old Testament, like getting my makeup on, stuff like that. And by doing that, I'm realizing I'm getting through my New Testament 4 times a year.
Wow.
And the Old Testament twice. Every year.
Wow.
And it's been that way for the past few years. And wow, that grounds you.
Sure. That's amazing.
And it's just, I would steer people to be in the Word of God, be faithful in church through all of this. I mean, I was actually remembering after one of my surgeries, we set up a recliner in the back of church.
I remember that.
So I could be in service. So I didn't miss many services through everything.
Wow.
Because being there kept me from being depressed. You need to be around God's people. You need to be under the preaching of the Word, and then being faithful in your Bible reading.
That's good advice.
Learning to let people help you is humbling, but God didn't call us to do everything.
That's true.
And, we're to be a helpmeet. We're not supposed to be the one who does everything. Our kids, like if I could speak to the moms, your kids are a lot more capable than you think.
Yeah, for sure.
Let them do hard things. It's good for them. It builds their confidence.
Sure.
When it comes to the marriage part, be gracious and be gracious with yourself.
Yeah.
And keep talking.
That's
like
good.
Sometimes that's hard. Like I'm one that I tend to internalize. I don't like this last week I was in the ER and I didn't tell a lot of people. And I was just like, because I feel like I have so many problems that come up. I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm asking for prayer again because I'm back in the hospital. Like it sometimes is that for me where I'm just like, ugh. But it's okay to share those burdens with other people.
Yes.
Does that kind of answer?
Yeah, that does. I think that's really good. Okay. Yeah. Thank you for that.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
great
good.
Advice.
Because other people want to know. I know that that's a hard thing though. Because I have a tendency to be the same way of like, I was one of those people that you let know. Just send me this random picture of you. I was like, that's a hospital bed and that's a hospital gown. What is your Thursday looking like?
Yeah, pretty much.
But yeah, I mean, I'm thankful that you let me know because I would want to know those things.
Right. And I would like to know that other people. I just feel like I said, we were looking at kind of my list of like major health things. And I was like, holy cow, that's a lot of things.
Yeah. And one of the things that I think is really good that the Lord has that you and the Lord have done, probably together. Like, I don't know if it's been a battle or not, but you've gone through a lot of things and you're young yet, you're early 40s. And you take care of yourself. Like you take care of your body. And the other day you said like, I just want to throw a pity party, and you're entitled to it, but you don't. Like you could grow bitter. I could see where people could grow bitter,
right,
or angry with God. I watch my diet and I will exercise and I do these things to help keep my body healthy. And yet every turn, like you said, well, I'll have to go back to 2019. Well, then this started in 2018. Well, and actually in 2017, like, yeah, it's been a long road.
And it started like I've had weird things ever since I was a kid.
Yeah.
Like I mean, who has shingles by the time they're 12 3 times?
Wow.
What?
Yeah.
By the time you were 12?
By the time I was 12.
Oh my
Wow.
goodness.
So I have a lovely scar on my back from that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I was going to also mention something that I've always, it's not necessarily my life verse, mind you, but it's one that has always been something I strive to have in my life. And it's Philippians 4:11, when Paul is saying that I've learned in whatsoever state I am to therewith be content.
Mm.
And I
That's a
have
good verse.
learned to be content with a little, a lot, with whatever
Sure.
I have. I'm content. And
Yeah.
that contentment comes from the Lord. I can just say that that's of nothing of my doing.
Yeah.
Right.
No, being content. I was enjoying my garden the other day, and I was just out there picking flowers and
Yeah.
being me. And
Yeah.
I was out there and I was realizing I was content
Sure.
Yeah.
and I was happy out there. And like you said, I could choose to be bitter,
Yeah.
but I benefit nobody by being bitter.
Yeah.
Mm.
You've heard it said that mom sets the tone of the house.
Mm-hmm.
And it's true. And I don't ever want my kids to look back and be like, ugh.
Yeah.
I want
Sure.
them to look back over everything and be like, I can persevere, I can still do, and I can still be happy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With regardless of, I'm living with pain in a heat pad 24/7.
Mm-hmm.
I can still be happy and smile and joke. And if you have ever been around my house, I break into random songs
Mm.
all the time.
This is why we
I'm
get
seeing a
along so
lot of
well.
relation as to why you guys are friends.
Yes. And I said, sometimes I think I'm the dad joke person of our house because it just comes to me.
Yeah.
Oh,
Love that. Yeah. And I just, that's a good testament of, even in the midst of trials, you can still find peace and contentment.
Mm.
Yep.
Yeah.
It really is attainable.
Yeah.
And I think through all of this, and I'm not at the end of my life, but I feel like I've reached a point now where I'm like, it's okay.
Yeah.
I've watched God do things and come through where, like you were saying, oh man, God's got this.
Yeah.
Just watch.
Yeah.
Like I
Yeah.
don't even have that trepidation of what if? God's got this.
Yeah.
And if it's different than what I think,
Mhm.
that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Roll with it.
Yeah.
That's
okay.
amazing.
Yep. That's really good.
Wow.
Okay. Well, with that, are you ready for our questions with friends?
I'm
Let's
so
do it.
scared of this.
It's going to be wonderful.
Okay. Please be a good question.
Okay. I'll let you go first, Summer.
Okay. What personality trait has gotten you into the most trouble and which has served you best?
I'm kind of a dork.
Is that the one that gets you into trouble?
Yeah,
or is
that one probably gets me into trouble.
How so?
I try to make light
Mm.
of things probably a little more, like when I should be serious.
Sure.
Like sometimes my sense of humor is a little,
Dark?
if someone's got an injury, I'm more likely to be like, dude, that's awesome. You are bleeding all over and I can see your tendons. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Instead of, I don't freak out over those things. So it probably gets me into trouble. Like, why did you say that? I didn't even think about it. It just came out.
Oh, that's great.
Which one has served me best? Personality trait
Mm-hmm.
has served me best. I feel like I can talk to anybody. I don't know what that personality
Yes.
trait is, but I feel like I can find common ground with anybody. I
You
can
are
find
friendly.
I'm kind of friendly.
You're
Yeah.
friendly.
I can find common ground with pretty much anyone.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
That
probably
was another one of my things that I was going to say that I like about you.
Cool.
Yep. You are very
Yeah.
friendly.
Easy to talk to.
Easy to talk to.
Mhm.
Oh, that's good. I like being able to be easy to talk to.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
Okay. What is the most awkward thing that happens to you on a regular basis?
Have you heard the weird hiccup that I have?
No.
I'm surprised it hasn't happened. This happened
Oh.
after my brain surgery. It's just one random loud hiccup that just happens and it scares people.
I have heard it before.
And it just happens. I have no control over it. It happens and it can be awkward because, at my work, sometimes it happens and people are like, what are you drinking back there? I'm like, it's just one, and it's one hiccup.
Sure.
So
That's funny.
I have to say that one probably is I know that's random.
No, I like that.
But it just, it catches people off guard. And it's funny because sometimes it literally comes out like hiccup.
Yeah. I love stuff like that. There was a lady in our office that whenever she sneezed, she always sneezed like 6 or 7 times.
Oh, goodness.
So, she sneezed and somebody would be like, oh, gazoon tight. And you're like, no, she's not done yet. So
Just give it
so
a minute.
I would just wait.
Bless you times 7.
Are you done? I think I'm done. Okay. God bless you. No, I love stuff like that. So, okay. Well, with that, I think we'll go ahead and swing right into our gratitude moment.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Okay. So, Summer, I'll have you go first. What is your gratitude moment?
My gratitude moment actually happened this morning. I was taking my son to school, and on my way back home, I had my radio cranked and I was listening to this song. And it talks about, the song is called Don't It Make You Want to Go. So it's talking about all the things about Don't It Make You Want to Go, talking about heaven. And there's a part in there, like I was already in a good mood, singing really loud, looking like a crazy person. But it says, talking about when we get to heaven, tell about the half that ain't been told. So tell about the half that ain't been told. So just, I don't know, I got really excited about all the things that we haven't been told. The word of God talks about, if everything that Christ did could be written, I mean, what does it say? It's like couldn't even fill the books, earth or something. Couldn't contain the books. And so I'm just like, man, just think of story time in heaven. Like of things that we don't even know. We can just sit around a fire and the Lord's just telling us all these things that we had no idea about it. It's going to be amazing.
That gives me goosebumps actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. Man, you should have seen me in my car this morning. I was,
I can
very
picture
excited.
this actually.
Record yourself next time.
No, you'll put it out online.
I would have.
Maybe.
All right.
Oh, funny.
All right, Miss Kate.
So this week, God orchestrated, and this is how he works. In one of those times where I've watched God come through, he worked out a surgery for me and worked out details and I couldn't even take credit for it. This is just the way God works. He orchestrated, my daughter has to have surgery, and he orchestrated the timing. He orchestrated tickets and a place to stay.
Sure.
And these are things that are just God.
Yes.
Yeah.
And man, that just cloud 9.
Yeah.
We're here. And then it's just see, I told you, God has this.
Yeah.
This is just God. And I love when he does something like that where there's no room for you to even be like, see, this was me.
Mm-hmm.
And this is that was God. Did you see this? This was God.
Yeah.
So that was my fill up your cup.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, I was very excited. Your daughter texted me because she was on a wait list.
She was.
And she got bumped up
Months.
a bit earlier.
Yeah.
And then, everything that the Lord did. That was it. That was exciting.
Yeah.
Well, I'm thankful for PTO.
Oh.
Yes.
I took a PTO day today.
Yay.
And I'm horrible about PTO because I have a tendency to not really use it. And then September and October roll around. And I had a meeting with my boss last week and she's like, you have too many hours. You can only carry over so many. So you need to get those scheduled. And so I'm thankful. I'll be enjoying some PTO for the next 3 months.
That's exciting.
But I just need to spread it out.
Though.
I need to get better. And each year it's like, okay, I'm going to be better about that. And then I find myself in September. Oh, yeah. Should use some PTO.
You should actually schedule those lunch dates.
No.
Yeah. I have told her multiple times.
This, right?
No. I have told her multiple times, you should take some PTO. Yeah. Amy, let me schedule your PTO.
That's what you should do, Amy. You should let Summer schedule for you.
Yeah. I should just let other people be like, hey, so you pick days that honestly, I would be happy with that.
That's a good idea.
This
That's
Friday
fun.
available. Amy, you're taking the day off too?
Pick the day and be like, yeah, if people, honestly, that's what I would do it. I would totally do it. If somebody's like, hey, Friday, the 15th of July. You're going to need a PTO day that day.
Oh,
okay.
Good to know.
So now that we know this, if anybody wants to hang out with Amy, let her know what day to take off, because she does need to use it throughout the year. And sometimes she does, but then she still works that day. And so she needs something scheduled and penciled in so that she actually takes the day off.
That would be good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, she needs that. So hit her up on her phone.
Anyways, I am thankful for PTO. I do look forward to it because, well, the other thing about Kate and I, we're birthday buddies.
We are.
Like, we don't have the same birthday.
In December?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But we're a couple days away. Like, okay, here's the thing. I usually don't I'm not going to say the actual date of my birthday, but we're sandwiched right in between Christmas and New Year's.
It's great.
We're that week between
exciting.
Christmas and New Year's, where people don't know what day it is. Like, I've gotten texts on her birthday.
Yep.
Happy birthday, Amy. Ooh, well, thank you.
Wrong one.
A couple days early, but that's okay.
Funny.
Or like, oh yeah, I get yours and Kate's mixed up a lot. That's fine. That's fine. But yeah, there's somebody else that knows what it's like to have a birthday, and I wouldn't change it. I love my birthday. I love having a birthday.
Like Christmas and birthday gifts tend to be the same thing.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Here's your birthday gift. Then, or your birthday comes along. People are like, oh gosh, I have to think about what to get you for Christmas. Ugh. And your birthday.
Sure.
Like,
yeah.
Double whammy.
I had nothing to do with it.
Great.
But
funny.
yeah, we're birthday pals. And so
That's
yeah.
awesome.
So we did talk about this year. We might have to actually plan a birthday party.
yes.
We might put one on
should.
just for ourselves, just because we can.
Yeah. Why not?
Aw, invite me.
Oh, yeah.
Some are your first on the list. You know that.
Okay, good.
Okay. Well, while we go and do that, we'll let the podcast listeners go and we'll plan our party.
All right,
So,
sounds good.
by the way, just a quick reminder, get those entries in for our Thanksgiving episode. You can submit them from October 15th, the date that this episode airs, until November 13th. So anything we receive between October 15th and November 13th, you'll be entered into a drawing. We'll be posting it on social media and all that jazz too. But yeah, send us what you're thankful for. We'd love to hear it. And I'm looking forward to the month of gratitude. I love that month.
Me too.
So, okay, until next week. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please subscribe and share with others. Join us over on Instagram at
Strength and Sisterhood Pod.
and leave us a comment if you liked this episode. You can also reach us at
Strength and Sisterhood Pod at gmail.com.
or find us on Spotify, Amazon, Substack, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. We would love to hear from you. So until next time, we'll see you later.
Bye.
See ya.